So the first thing you're going to need to play lacrosse is to get the right equipment. You're going to need a crosse, which is the only way you're going to be able to pass it, shoot it, or throw. Then you're going to need a ball. The ball is really important so you have something to throw and to catch and to pass. Then you're going to need a mouth guard. Your mouth guard is very important because it prevents you from getting concussions, and it also sometimes prevents you from breaking teeth. Another required item is your goggles. You wear your goggles upon your eyes so you don't get hit in the eyes with the ball and receive black eyes. And another piece of equipment that isn't required but is recommended is your gloves. In case you get stick checked in the hands, these will lessen the injury of what you have if you get stick checked. So that's all you need for equipment to start lacrosse. So the next thing you're going to need to learn about lacrosse is the positions. There are 12 players on the field, which is a pretty basic fact, but I got it from the How to Play Lacrosse book for dummies. So your first position you're going to want to fill is your goalie. Your goalie needs to have confidence in themselves and their team. They're going to be protecting your goal and trying to stop as many balls as they can from entering. Your next three positions you're going to fill are your point, cover point, and third woman. Because these three people are so closely to the goal, like they're very helpful to their goalie, they're going to need to play very close, and they're going to need to be able to stop everything and stop all offensive players on this side of the restraining line. You're going to next position your defensive wings. Your defensive wings are going to need to be able to have the endurance to run the entire field, and I got that from BryanYouthLacrosse.org. You're going to have 5 players minimum on this side of the restraining line. So one of your defensive wings can also go over to the offensive side and help, but one has to stay back. So your defensive wings are going to just run the field to attempt to help both your offense and your defense at the same time. Then your attack wings are going to be on the other side of your center circle. Your attack wings are going to also run the field. They pretty much do the same thing as the defensive wings, but they're more based on the attacking, aka the offense, as is the defense is more into helping back with your defense. Then you're going to fill your center position. Your center is got to be in excellent condition. They have to be able to run the entire field because they need to be able to come all the way back and help on defense, but they also need to be able to go up and help on offense whenever it is needed. So your center has to be in excellent shape. The next 3 positions you're going to place, and your final 3, are your homes. Your first, second, and third home. These positions are mainly offensive. They hardly ever go back because you also have to have the 5 players on this side of the restraining line, just so one team doesn't send all players back and get an extreme advantage. These players are your main scorers. Your center and your attack wings might score a few goals, but your homes are always setting up plays, as in running behind the goal, cutting towards the goal, coming behind another player, and then cutting towards the goal. They have endless numbers of plays. So your attack wings can score, but it's more your homes. So those are the positions that you're going to need to know when you play girls lacrosse. So the last thing you're going to need to know to lacrosse is a few basics. The first basic is cradling. Cradling is a method used when you're running downfield to try to keep the ball in your crosse. To cradle, you're going to take your dominant hand and put it up towards the net, and your less dominant hand and put it down towards the bottom, and you're going to swing your hand back and forth in front of your face. The next thing you're going to need to know is how to throw. You're going to pull back and release through. The throwing is really important so you can pass it and to shoot it. To catch it, you're gonna need to stick your stick out and pull back, and then you'll begin cradling. Catching it's pretty much like a baseball catch, but it may take time since your hand's not right here. So that's all you're gonna need to know for the basics.